how you can build the strongest Lingyang in Wuthering Waves. If you're watching this, then you probably lost your 50-50, or you're wondering how this guy works. Well, don't worry, I got you. This is his best updated build, and probably the only Lingyang build video in 2025.
The show is just beginning.
Alright guys, so first off, let's just start by simplifying his kit. So with his basic attacks, he has a 5-hit combo that does glacial damage. Heavy attack, he consumes stamina to do glacial damage. Mid-air attack, he consumes stamina to do a plunging attack, dealing glacial damage. Dodge counter, as always, you dodge, attack, deal glacial damage. Skill, you attack the target and deal glacial damage. After his 3rd, 4th and 5th basic attack, his skill will glow, which will do more damage. It also gives you 40 stacks, and it doesn't interrupt his basic attack combo. His next, 5th basic attack will get enhanced too, but you don't really need to remember this, since his ultimate and his intro already maxes 40. Ultimate, you attack the target, deal glacial damage, and Lingyang's glacial damage is increased by 50% for the next 14 seconds. It also extends the duration of his 40's enhanced state by up to 10 seconds. So yup, it's OP, and you always want to start a combo with this. Forte, Lingyang can hold up to 140 stacks. How do you get 40 stacks? You can get 40 stacks from his skill, his intro, and his ultimate, but most of the time his intro and ultimate already maxes 40. So yeah, that's all that you need. Pretty simple. What does his Forte do? Well, there's too much text here that doesn't really matter. So all that you need to know from here is that when his 40 is full, you do a heavy attack to go up, and then you repeat his basic attack combo. So basic attack and skill until you lose all of his 40 stacks, and yup, his skill gets enhanced here too. Intro, he attacks a target and deals glacial damage. Outro, it's a AoE shockwave that deals glacial damage, equal to 580% of Lingyang's attack. So how do you activate a character's intro or outro? Well, if you look down here, each character has another bar called the conservator bar. They don't share it. Everyone gets their own conservator bar, and the value stays the same. When you change characters, you can fill up the conservator bar by hitting enemies with different attacks. So each attack gives you a different amount of conservator energy, which you can always see down here in the skill details. So yeah, ultimate gives 20, skill 15. You can always check it down here. And once you fill up the conservator bar all the way, all of your characters on the right will glow. And once you switch your character, the character who's leaving the field will activate their outro, and the character entering the field will activate their intro. Inherent skill number 1, the damage of his intro is increased by 50%. Inherent skill number 2, his enhanced skill in his 40's enhanced state will deal more glacial damage. Consider that skill damage. If you're confused right now, then don't worry. You'll understand him a lot better once we get to his rotations.
The show is just beginning.
When it comes to skill priority, his 40 is the most important one. To be honest, if you don't want to spend that much on him, then you can only max his 40, like level 10, and that's all that you need. Since most of his damage multipliers are like right here. So yeah, again, 40, ultimate, and then his intro. When it comes to his basic attack and skill, well, you don't really use this much, since most of the time, you're gonna be in his 40's enhanced state, and the multipliers for that are right here on his 40. So you can just skip these two if you want, unless you're gonna solo with him.
The show is just beginning.
When it comes to his weapon, well, just give him any 5-star gauntlet that you have. Zani's signature weapon is his best in slot weapon by like 1 or 2% because of the damage ignore here. His second best option is Qiuyuan's weapon, and then we have Roccia's weapon, his 3rd best, and then finally the standard 5-star gauntlet, which I don't have. As for the 4 stars, the Celestial Spire is the best free-to-play weapon here, and then we have the Hollow Mirage, and if you're rich, then of course we have the Sword for you. So yeah, just use whatever you have, but if you're a new player, then I would recommend the standard gun and the standard sword more from the standard banner, since they have more account value and more characters will want that.
The show is just beginning.
When it comes to his echo options, he has 3 sets. The first one is the Lingering Tunes, which is his best set. Because the forecast, the Mac Abomination has like no animation. And then we have the Frosted Resolve, the new set, his second best option, with a Century Construct forecast. And then finally, the good old Freezing Frost set, with the Lampy Lumen, which has a long animation that you can't swap off of. So yeah, you lose damage. Here are all of the sets compared, thanks to Pridevin for the calculations. Out of the 3 sets, I would personally just give him my Carlotta set, the Frosted Resolve, since the other 2 sets don't really have that much use in the end game. And I know Lingering Tunes is a set that anybody can use, but it's not the best in slot for any character. So to be honest, I've never built the Lingering Tunes set, except on my second account for Qiuyuan, but yeah, I stopped using that set. Once the Electro set got a new forecast. But yeah, if you want to main Lingyang, then go with the Lingering Tunes. When it comes to the main echo stats, so on the 4 cost, you want crits. So crit damage or crit rate, whichever you need more. On the 3 cost, double Glacio is better, but you can also go with Glacio and attack. It depends on your weapon. When it comes to the 1 cost, as always, for DP, DPS, double attack. As for the Echo substats, you want 120% ER, play it safe. Since his ultimate is a very important part of his kit, it gives him 50% glacial damage bonus and extends the duration of his forte's enhanced state. So yeah, really important. And then we have the usual crits, crit damage and crit rate, attack and flat attack, basic attack and skill damage bonus are great too.
The show is just beginning.
When it comes to recommended stats, you want 2000 attack, 70% crit rate, to 40% crit damage, and 120% ER. But you could get away with less ER. It depends on the team.
The show is just beginning.
So when it comes to teams, we have Lingyang as the main DPS. As for sub DPS, we have Chisa, who's the best in slots. Her outro gives the next character glacial damage jump. Perfect. And then she also gives the next character some energy. So yeah, perfect teammate. And then we have Sanhua. She works on every single team in the game because she can trigger the Moonlit Cloud set super fast. And her outro gives the next character 38% basic attack damage jump. So perfect. As for a healer, just use any that you have, like Baiju, Burina, or the Shorekeeper. If I was new to the game, then I would use this team with him. But yeah, you can basically run him with any off-field damage dealer like Morifi, Cantarella, Yinlin. We also have Jianshin because of her crowd control. Yang, she gives him energy and also crowd control. So yeah, pretty free to play friendly.
The show is just beginning.
Let me speedrun his sequences in under 30 seconds. S1, more interruption resistance. S2, intro gives him 10 energy. S3, during ultimate, his basic attack and skill does more damage. S4, outro increases the whole team's glacial damage by 20%. S5, ultimate does more glacial damage equal to 200% of his attack. S6, during forte's enhanced state, so the first few seconds, after every skill, his next basic attack damage bonus is increased by 100%. His sequences aren't really that important, except for the last one.
The show is just beginning.
So when it comes to his rotations, his Echo depends on which one you're using. So if you're using the Mech Abomination, then you start with that. But if you're using the Sentry Construct, then you end your rotation with that and then swap off him. As for the Lampy Lumen, use that before his intro. Alright, so you do intro to get a 40 stacks, ultimate to get more 40 stacks, 50% glacial damage bonus, and to extend the duration of his foray. And then you do a heavy attack to enter his forte's enhanced state. And then you repeat this combo, basic attack and skill until you run out of 40 stacks. And then yeah, you swap off him and repeat. He is probably the easiest character to play in a game.
The show is just beginning.
Is he worth pulling or building? I mean, you never really pull him, bro pulls you. But the good thing about him is that he's super easy to play. And to be honest, if you're in the end game and you have nothing else to do, like you're just bored, then yeah, it's worth building him. I mean, you already have a weapon for him and you can give him your carlotta set. So the only thing that you need to do is level him and also his skills here. But if you're a new player, then I would recommend you to watch my Aero Rover build video. Bro is the best free-to-play DPS. You can join our Discord server if you need help with anything in the game. You can ping the game helper role and you won't ever miss free asteroid codes or events, or if you need help farming echoes. If this video helped you, then you can help me by liking and subscribing, and yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Thanks for watching.